Hey, a few things before I start this episode. So I did some research about Rise of the Ashes to, I don't know, figure out a little bit about it. First of all, I learned, like I said, I know it wasn't a part of the original game that was released on the Game Boy Advance. However, it was added to the DS version. And they added this episode into the DS version. And it kind of shows off some of the things that they can do with the DS compared to what they could with the Game Boy. So that's why this episode just all of a sudden introduces the gameplay mechanic of examining objects, like how we do. At least that's my theory. Because you won't be able to really do that too well on a Game Boy Advance. Also, apparently the game was originally planned for the Game Boy Color, which just blows my mind. Like, I can't even imagine that. I was shocked when I found out it was on Game Boy Advance. I always thought it was just on DS. But, anyway, we have the Trial Former happening right now. I don't know what that means, but I guess we're about to find out. Let's jump right in. Oh, wait, hold on. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Sounds like you're trying to rig this. rig this. Why shouldn't I? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. Put Phoenix to the test. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Let's see how much we've actually grown. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. I'll have to agree with Edgeworth there. Let's do this. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to a crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness Miss Angel Star to the stand. The cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, and for you I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me, the name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you want me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? I know you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue with your description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with the knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was that valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox for my boyfriend, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, right, Mr. Wright? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. I sense some savagery. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Ooh, I like the hair flip. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. Not the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applications. He was thinking about it. I'll stick with lunches, thanks. Note yourself, the judge had to think before replying. Damn it, she's stealing all my jokes! The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You said something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say, oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn! Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Damn, don't smack talk the judge like that. Any case there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. By car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure was the defendant. I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly state the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You may want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequence of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. Isn't that a threat? Judge? I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over, and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only now seeing this photograph? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what we're saying is, we're fucked. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Was she? Doesn't look like she's holding anything. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try and stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fair to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Okay, we gotta have some evidence somewhere. Oh my god, we're going through this again. Yabba dab. Nothing else I'm missing here, right? Single stab was found. Okay. February 24th, between 4 p.m. and 5:30. Lost bullet from a chest wound. Wound was caused by 4.5 inch. A single stab wound was found. This isn't one of those ones I can move about and examine. I'm gonna try and push the button now. So now you push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Yeah, probably a bad time to push now. So I'm just looking over our evidence. Just want to see if there's something I can call her out on. Like I said, it doesn't look like she's holding a knife, but then again, there's always the possibility she could have let go of the knife, so I don't know if that's really necessary. I already called her on this, didn't I? Yeah. There's no prints though. That's a little suspicious. I guess that makes sense. It does look like she's wearing gloves. Dude, I have no idea how we're gonna get out of this. I honestly legit think this person's guilty. But I have learned my lesson. I always need to trust my clients. I just don't see how we're gonna get out of this one. I fucked up, didn't I? Yep. Okay, you know you fucked up when the music keeps going. Oh wait, I showed the wrong thing. Did I show the knife? I meant to show the picture. Fuck. I meant to show the picture, but in my mind, like my mind just went like blank for me and I showed the knife. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've always said, yes. I swear on it. I swear it on my finest salmon slow lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't this odd? Look at the photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky now holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That'd be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it is. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problems here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Oh, fuck. We gotta keep on the good fight. That's what I always say. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. You're so calm. That's it? Yeah, I was expecting a like all the other people do. If you want out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing these gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Hair flip. Everything was planned. It was premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them all thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Alright. We're still in the testimony, it seems. How to prove this wasn't premeditated. How to prove it. How to prove it. The phone, maybe? I don't know how that would prove it, but... No, I didn't mean to skip that. Fuck. No, I skipped it again! What is wrong with me? Okay, slowly. I'm kind of thinking of presenting this, because, like, if it was there was no way of telling when Edgeworth would be back, you know? It seems like it's just a coincidence. I'll give it a try. I mean, I have life to spare. Oh, yep, and there's the music still playing. That means we effed up. 1, 2. I think I can take 3 more losses like that. I didn't mean to press the press button. There's gotta be something here. I feel like if it was planned, she'd plan a way to not get caught. TBH. Nope. F that one up again. I pressed the press button again. Fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to lose. You know, like how sometimes games, like RPGs, like there's fights you got to lose to progress the story. I didn't mean to press the button again. I'm panicking. I don't know. I honestly don't know, man. Like I want to believe this person's innocent because you know that's what I learned through the game. But I can't seem to hit that button, you know? I can't seem to fit the key into the lock. Nope. And nope. Fuck. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? There's gotta be something I'm missing. Huh. Okay, we'll get through all this first. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check Pokemon Go while I skip through the last 30 minutes of dialogue. So that confirms I definitely wasn't supposed to lose. I gotta go through all this caviar crap again. Dude, a wild Lickitung. But I guess I'm playing Pokemon Go while I wait this one out. You can catch me a Lickitung. I gotta catch. Hold on, Judge. I'm catching a Lickitung. Oh, I caught it. First try. Alright, let's do this. One of these things gave me a new piece of evidence. I can't remember which one, so I'm just gonna have to go through them all again. Let's do the time warp again. Here it is.
Gonna go through all this again. All right. Dude, it's gonna be really awkward when I find her innocent and you two are working together. Hey, remember that time I tried to get you guilty? Why aren't you talking to me? Alright, got a full HP bar. We know this doesn't work. We know this doesn't work. That most certainly will not work. We tried this, right? Yeah, that didn't work. I don't know. Maybe we should try the cell phone? No. We already tried the cell phone, didn't we? Oh my god, press! I don't want to press her! I've read this line of dialogue too many times. Wait a minute, if she was on her way to deliver a lunchbox to the security guard... Why would she... Why'd she park in block B then? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think they'd take that. Don't tell me I have to show the crime photo as evidence again. Damn. I've literally tried everything. There's something I'm missing, I swear. Because I'm missing something. Okay, let's take a look at our court record data one more time. Nothing out of the usual here. There's no way I'm using this now. It's there. There's no way I'm using this now, right? Right? Oh, this. Six, 7, 5, 12, 2 mean. Prove that this motor wasn't planned, but like, you're kidding. Oh my god, I just had a thought. Wait a minute, if it's planned, why didn't she have her own weapon? Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case? The bloody motor weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you state that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Gotcha! This knife just happened to be in the trunk of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, If you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Write that down, write that down. I need that information for something. Order. Great, now the tide is turned in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister has gas free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you aren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah, the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Well, yeah, but depending on the crime, like, I could say for a few years in jail at least, like, you know, the premeditated crime is a different level than not premeditated crime. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that you planned on killing him. It was planned. If it was... I believe I'd like to hear testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive the human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Except there was only one wound! That one I got! I got that one, guys! First try. Right away. I'm sorry I'm an idiot. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. This sounds like a lot. So if I order pizza, does that mean I plan to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Now, I'll press the other stuff first. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, Wookie! I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. What a bitch. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, all right, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Why is everyone here insulting me? Every time I do something like that, I get called out for it. What's this garbage? You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no recorded call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned him that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there was a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. A human machine, that's a contradiction. Please, can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's size smells like a citrus fruit? What? You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people! Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Mr. has turned out to be a shirt... I know that. I know that! I don't need you to tell me that! I know what I'm doing. I just want to press on it and see what happens. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The shortwick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Well, we know he was only stabbed once, so take that. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid that the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shan't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? That frustrates me. Sorry. Well, witness. See, I'm like putting myself in Phoenix's shoes right now, man. I'm the one who found that out. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. A red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. A red muffler? What? How? A red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. She wasn't wearing one in that photo, though. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib, that's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Well, I know I'm going to point out, I believe. I hope I'm right on this, because if not, I am effed. Oh my god, I keep skipping it. Yeah, the show quick, whatever. There you go. Okay, let me just double check the photo to make sure she wasn't wearing the scarf. She wasn't wearing the scarf. What? The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it again, and you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh, but that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Hey, don't talk bad about the lunch ladies. Lunch ladies are dope. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edwards prevails. Was my ejection chopped liver? This is really frustrating me. Come on! I want the satisfaction of being like, no, you're wrong, myself. Don't take that from me, Edward. I'll kill you. That's probably not what I should say in court. Sorry. Take it back. But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't check the most important part of our testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. You know, we still have no proof against the fact that she did the murder. But we at least have caught her on some lies, meaning we have proven she's untrustworthy. Meaning got good footing in there. But we still gotta prove that she didn't actually kill him. After the murder, suspected him to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. I is weak against poisonous snake bites. Isn't that like everyone's weakness? That's like saying fucking Batman's his weakness is getting shot in the face. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. He just like, let's just get this shit show over with. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time, but you were behind bars. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yeah, press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. She was a visitor, just she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the cough of clean lunch lady actor, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Guy not get away? I believe I'm supposed to present something here. Maybe the full plans. But I'll get to that later. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember correctly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, this court does not see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor forced him to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the court, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please the rookie defense attorney. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies! Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was like a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish I could solve a few for you before finding more, though. This guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. So I believe I'm supposed to call her out on this. Emma said she didn't hear anything when her sister called. So I'm having to do this. Fuck! Damn, this is hard. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we'll just do this again.
Who cares? 15 times, 20 times, 30 times. I'll get to the bottom of this. I don't care how many alternative timelines I need to use. Yeah. Caviar, more like stupid. Got him. Is caviar even good? I know I had caviar. It's always looked kind of gross. I'm not gonna even bore you guys with rereading all the crap from, like, all the little stuff when we press her. So, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Which one do I need to press again? What the fuck was I supposed to... What was I supposed to do here again? I don't remember. Doesn't she give me the picture? Alright, we're just gonna keep pressing everything. Just keep going. Just keep going. know if I skipped a line of text by accident because I was going fast or what. And now we present the picture. Objection! I'll just practice my Phoenix Wright voice sample impressions. Objection! Take that! Gotcha! Alright, we know what to do here. And then Edward's gonna steal our thing again. And here's the part I got stuck at. Alright. Round 2. Fight! Okay. No, parking lot floor plans don't work. Nope, the cell phone doesn't work. Okay. It's gonna end in another game over, isn't it? Maybe I am supposed to go through this crap again. Oh, fuck. I pressed the press button. But I don't know what it could be. That could be the problem. I always try something real quick. I'm gonna save the game, and I want to know if I reload it, will it take me back to this scene since I saved right here, or what will it do? I'll only use that though if I actually, lose though. I don't know what to freaking do. Is it the fact that she had to climb a whole fence? You don't see any fault in that? That's why I'm trying to show, but the map didn't work. Cell phone didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta think of something, man. No, I clicked the wrong thing. Fuck. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna be the longest episode of Phoenix Wright ever. Oh, thank God. Woohoo! That would have been helpful to know earlier. I didn't know I could do that. I was always kind of scared to test it out, you know? Because it kind of seemed like it would take me back to the beginning, like, you know, every other time I load up a file. But, you know. So maybe we should just start saving whenever we get to this part where we have to. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing. You don't see anything faulty in the fact she climbed fucking a 9-foot wall? I'm straight up ashamed. Oh boy. Can I just load right now? Can I just load right now? I don't want to go through everyone yelling at me. Who's calling me? Someone was trying to call me. I get so many spam numbers though. Yeah, I know what I know. Definitely a spam number. Hmm. I gotta try everything, man. Hmm. Just until I hit something. I feel like this is the part that I gotta object to. I didn't mean to do that. Uh, it's taking freaking ever. Alright. Yep, loading up again. My attorney's badge! It's so obvious! Why didn't I think of that? I think I've literally tried everything. Like, I think I've straight up tried everything I can object to. There's gotta be something else I'm missing then. Yo, guys, you like this? No music? No, it's dumb. I like this music, man. Is it you? What am I missing? No, I'm not even using the map on that part. It shows it. Alright, we can do this. We can do this. Maybe I push on that last bit. Oh, fuck. But all she says there is that there's no resistance against Angel Star. The chief prosecutor made to escape. Nope, I tried that too. What do I do? Why didn't she just stab you with the knife too? What am I doing? I don't know how that happened. Yep, okay, loading again. Let's do the time warp again. I wanna kill myself. Spot. Man, I have no freaking idea. Let me just reread some of these. Oops, I meant to press harder on that. God damn it, this is frustrating. Come on, there's gotta be something in here. Something, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I straight up have no idea. Nope. I will legit try everything that I can. Oh my god. I'm probably missing something super fucking obvious too. Fuck. Is this case unwinnable? There's gotta be a way. Come on. Okay, we got my badge. We got Goodman's ID. We got King of Prosecutors Trophy. We got Edgeworth's knife. We got the parking stub for Edgeworth. We got the Blue Badger panel. We got Goodman's autopsy. We got Goodman's note. We got her cell phone. We got the floor plans. And we got the crime photo. There's something I'm missing. What is it? What am I missing? Missing. Maybe there's something on one of the evidences that I'm missing. Oh, man. Watch this. Swack! Whack! We're gonna whack her with the knife. I don't know what I'm missing! Yabba dab. Adieu. Fuck. There's the telephone right there. Like, my thing is, she kind of saw her doing it because of the fucking wall, and there's no way she can fucking climb that much. But I don't know. The judge seems to think otherwise. All right. Hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm just trying something out here. Come on. Oh my god. Nope, 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 no objections here, I guess. I'm missing something. I have to be missing something. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell phone. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, any resistance is futile. What am I fucking missing? Fuck. No, I straight up have no idea. I'm about to look this up and figure it out because I have no idea. I want to figure it out for myself. something I'm not clicking on. What is it though? Are you kidding me? Didn't I try that? Maybe I misclicked and I didn't even realize. Didn't I try that? Didn't I fucking try that? Oh my fucking god. Hold on a minute. I knew what I was supposed to be doing this whole time. I swear I tried it and it said no. Now it's not working. I think I know what the issue is here. I gotta get her to... Oh my god, I know what I have to do. I guess I have to get her 100% to testify. Where exactly she was. I have to get her to repeat her testimony. No? I gotta get her to repeat this part, don't I? There we go. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the flow plans. You said you witnessed the climb from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly see Miss Skye making that car. That's what I was trying to do for like the past 20 goddamn minutes. I either misclicked, or I didn't do it in the correct order. I believe you see where I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Finally, an objection I get to have. Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up blunt, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie the witness has told the court. Here's why the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about the order of events. She lied about the order of events. Miss Sky used the emergency phone before the murder. I see, I hadn't thought of that. That took the limit out for sales. Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Just when you think you can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright. You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right? Alright. Where she saw it? Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. Probably the security room is my guess. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security guard room is the underground parking lot. And the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Now in this case, Your Honor, the witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in the A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition there is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men to think that the tables could be turned? Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? She's talking about Miss Sky. Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She won't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Mr. witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it at the B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What will it change? Angle of view to the crime, maybe. Let's check that map out one more time. Maybe she didn't get a full view of the car. But we still got that photo, though. I'm sure it'll be explained. Why the angle I wish she saw the crime would change? The angle? What do you mean? Security guard station on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? You allow stuff fucking... No! No! I lost at the multiple choice part. Ah! Alright. Well, we know how to do this part now. I think it's a little screwy they make you do it like this, but I mean, whatevs. I swear I did this when I tried to click the map the first time. Didn't we already go through that when I tried to click the map the first time? And it didn't work? Maybe we didn't go through it. Or maybe I accidentally misclicked and thought I clicked the map. And that's why I thought the map wasn't the answer. Okay, she lied about where she saw it. Okay, so we know it's not the angle of the crime. It's probably distance to the crime. I don't know how difference in lighting would make much of a difference, honestly. I mean, maybe it would, but I don't think that's the right option. So we'll go distance. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You? Yes. You're the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to an edible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch for fresh boysenberry jam for my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the situation, so I waited. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself right towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Don't tell me you went around. That's why I had to go through the visitor parking in B block. That's quite a detour. That'll just give him even more time to escape. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of his crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spook. You have a point, and the spook is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something! Do I have any evidence? Well, yeah, I still kind of want to know how she got the photograph. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in the amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. But you had the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. Yeah, we died like 3 times there. Whew. I figured it out. I would like to point out most of it wasn't my fault. I don't know what happened. I didn't know the game wanted me to do things in a specific order. I had the right idea to use the map on that specific part. For the right reasons, too. There was no way she could have seen the telephone or climbed over the fence fast enough. But, what else? It's fine. I'm not even mad. I'm afraid that the Coffer Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, you're a discreet Wills White. That's the one she tried to foist me off with. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of our trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Ooh, a triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out for lunchbox this time? Meanwhile, everyone enjoys like, I want to go home. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on the shoe. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. I kind of want this to wrap up too, 2 hours. Most of it was me being dumb, but, I guess this was the original intention of the unedited series, to make longer videos. Kind of like the Super Castlevania 4 one, but still. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why, it's the first time I've heard of this evidence. Simple. As I've always said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth shows celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You can at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of the evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin cross-examination. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to take a look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blink means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This, when the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimonies is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. When you found the shoe at the scene of the crime, I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shows my secret weapon if that should ever happen. See, this fashionable basket I have here. It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, that man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found in the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Rookie? Huh? Well, speak up! Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of blood. Millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just 1 person. Oh, sorry, here. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Come on, even I knew about the blood test thing, man. I'm going to say he was just trying to hold on for time. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You're the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like it crying. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, Don't you have a problem with the shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the shoe? Victim's shoe? Is there? I'm not 100% sure if there actually is, though. Maybe? If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, you rookie. I'd give you peppered fish guts now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Oh my god, I was just taking a guess. I was like, okay, that's a little suspicious. I don't know how blood would get on the bottom of the shoe. But you never know with this game. Don't mess with me, rookie. It'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there was quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of his shoe? There's no blood on the floor there. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't that strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just gonna find contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth, though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by Chief Prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Oh my god, are you... Phoenix is not that slow, come on! Oh, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase all the telltale signs. that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? You know, now that I'm looking at her, she's the goddamnest cutest murderer ever. Sorry for the outburst. So that's where my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant Miss Lane, honest guy. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence! Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this! A photograph. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. But Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Well, Mia always told me to believe in my client. And I did. I believed she committed the murder like she said. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Why or not? Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not till the bitter end. But this is the bitter end. It's the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I would like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. This one isn't very funny at all, so it didn't make me laugh. But the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So right, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. What's the problem? It's wet. You know, I'm kind of a little bugged me actually came and helped, honestly. TBH, I thought it would be cool to have a whole trial where Wright did it all by himself, like a big boy. But I mean, what else? Just my silly opinion. Guess Light still has a lot to learn. But still, I don't know. I straight up don't see an issue here. I guess, like, the knife, maybe? Well, it's probably here, don't you think? As you elder, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe he's trying to say that no one's falling for your bluff, Mr. Wright. Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically. Well, at least I'm not getting penalized. Okay. Come on. Come on. Think of something. I do kind of wonder what that is. What's that? What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. I should have honestly clicked on that first. I was looking at it, TBH, but then I was like, it's probably nothing. Listen, man, I was panicking, okay? Come on. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. Oh, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out from the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. I don't know why I opened that. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you had mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. That was close, but we made it, at least for now. This court will be adjourned for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Oh fuck, so we don't get another investigation? We just get another trial? With a break in between? I guess that's what trial, formal and trial ladder means. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that was a long, long battle. I can't believe I messed up on the fucking map so many times. I knew what I was doing. I just had a little slip up somewhere. I don't even know where, but frustrating. Like I said, I'm kind of miffed Mia came back. I kind of wanted to do this without any of the face up to prove that, hey, Phoenix can do this. He's got this. I guess we were on the verge of giving up, and all the evidence didn't seem stacked against us, and yeah. I don't know, I wanted it to be Phoenix himself who was like, I can't give up. I can't give up. Maybe he could have been like me always said, I can't give up. I gotta believe in my client to the bitter end. Believe in their innocence. Until proven guilty by the court, I don't know, just something like that. Whatever though, that's all for now. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess when we return, it'll be time for the trial ladder. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.